Good evening. This is Jim Wright with Right Stuff Productions. And last weekend, my son, some friends, and I set off to northwest Georgia and northeast Alabama to explore Howard's Waterfall Cave and Tumbling Rock Cave. Steve Davis, a director of SCCI, led us into this magnificent cave. The following description is a straight from the SCCI's website. With over 6 miles of surveyed passage, Tumbling Rock Cave offers beginning and experienced cavers alike a true wild cave experience. The large trunk passage called the borehole is accompanied by a stream throughout most of its length. The borehole is occasionally interrupted by multiple intersecting passages with several rooms half filled with breakdowns, giant piles of large rocks. Some of these passages become sandy crawls, which can be fun as well as challenging. So this is kind of a horizontal cave, but it also has verticality to it. I kind of attribute it to hiking underground, where you would have elevation changes and you have to do some bouldering and stuff like that. Along the borehole, groups of formations containing flowstone, large stalagmites and stalactites, huge column formations with fanciful names like the Elephant's Feet and the Christmas Tree. Other areas include unusual formations called the Totem Gallery and the Little Hall of Mysteries. Topless Dome, a nearly 400-foot high waterfall, is accessed via the King's Shower. Tumbling Rock was very active during the Civil War with saltpeter mining, which was used in the manufacturing of gunpowder. The cave still holds the remains of this mining operation in the form of several large vats and even signatures left by soldiers on the walls. So come with me as we explore Tumbling Rock Cave. Our goal was to reach the 400-foot waterfall, but we had just reached the Totem Gallery, about 1,000 feet short of that waterfall. Next time, I definitely want to go back and hit it and hopefully explore the whole thing. So let's go and take a tour of Tumbling Rock Cave. After several hundred feet of the entrance, we are going to reach our first room, the anteroom. What I love about Tumbling Rock Cave is that there is a stream pretty much through the whole cave, and it kind of guides you, at least as far as we went. It was so wet that the sound of the falling water was everywhere. It was very relaxing to experience this. I also liked that there was very little places to crawl. A lot of hiking on the ground, which is great. So the next room is called Sugarloaf Mountain, which I would assume because of the white deposits on top of the visible mound. This was the hardest and most sketchiest part of the cave that we explored because we had to climb up the mountain by sitting on our rears because it was very slick. So you had to inch, all the while trying to prevent yourself from sliding down the mound. When we came back, you could go a couple other ways. You'd go down the other side, which was a lot easier, or actually go under the mountain and follow the stream, which I didn't do, but my son and some of his friends did, and they said it was really awesome to do that. You can see water falling out of the top of the cave, which was really cool. I call this room the Star Room. Even though the footage doesn't do it any justice, when you are in the room with the lights on, the ceiling looks like a starry night. It was really cool to kind of see this and experience this. There was one other room that had that same texture of a starry night. The next room we entered, which is about 1,500 feet from the entrance, is the saltpeter vats. Huge wooden vats would have been filled with cave soil and water. The water would seep through the soil, picking up nitrates, and this solution would be piped to the surface. From there, they would be removed, the nitrates would be removed, and the saltpeter would be exposed, turning it into gunpowder. Most of the wood has decomposed, leaving the dirt cast that you see. On top of one of these vats is a human barefoot print, probably made by the contractors in 1863. The next room we entered was called the Elephant's Feet for the huge column formations that dotted the room. These were named by Bill Stevenson in 1957. We continued onward until we reached the totem gallery, and then we turned around. We were close to the topless dome, but our time had run out, so we had to go back. Please enjoy the rest of Tumbling Rock Cave. This was such an awesome cave, and I can't wait to go back. Please like and subscribe. I would like to give a big thank you to Steve Davis and his family for guiding us through the caves yesterday and today and letting us stay at their house. This was such an awesome weekend. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Bye.